Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, January 30th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, my being is worthy of bringing the fullness of my vibration. Mahalo has a lot to say right now. We are building into this full moon, blood moon, blue moon, lunar eclipse in Leo that is happening on January 31st. So we are one day out. And just realize the building into eclipse energy is very intense. So you definitely may feel the intensity of this energy coming in strong today. Not to mention that today is the day that the moon is perigee, which means it's in its closest part of its cycle in the orbit where it is close to the Earth. That's what makes a super moon. So today is really that super moon energy, but still building into eclipse. The other thing that we have going on, which is adding and aiding the intensity, is we have Mercury. So much to say until I stop, right? We have Mercury finishing up in Capricorn. Mercury will be at 29 degrees. So anytime a planet is at 29 degrees, we get a little added intensity and a little added, I want to say testing, because it's not really the universe testing us, but like testing when it comes to how we're going to show up. Like, it's like your high self testing your human self. Like, hey, have you learned your lessons? Are you going to show up in this manner? Are you going to show up in the fullness of your vibrational being? It's up to you. So today is definitely an intense day. So like I said, moon, perigee, very close. The moon in this state, in Cancer, finishing up in the sign of Cancer, could bring up emotions. So you may still be having emotional releases. This is a good thing, even if it doesn't necessarily feel good in the moment. There has been so much going on. There's much to be processed, and in order for your inner child to come alive, your inner child has to feel safe to express, to be the fullness of being. And so part of that is allowing the expression, allowing the pain, joy, sadness, anger, whatever emotions to come up and come through you. I always am reminded of Rumi's poem, The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Each day there's a new guest. Each guest is a new emotion that needs to be processed. And whatever comes, whether it's a gale or a storm or a joyful light breeze, invite it in because it's clearing the way for something beautiful to come through. That's what this energy is. And again, in order for your inner child to be able to come forth and be fully expressed, you need to take care of the feels that are going on. That being said, the astro may support us in this. We begin the day with the moon in Cancer in this perigee state, squaring Uranus. Uranus in Aries wants us to be our authentic vibration. Uranus in Aries knows we are worthy of showing up and bringing the awesome weirdness of whatever it is, whoever it is that you are. So that Uranus energy is like, hey, who are you really? And the moon in Cancer is like, oh, I don't know about this, but I have some feelings about this, so I'm going to express these feelings. Do not resist the feels that come up. They are clearing you out to be that authentic energy. The next connection is the moon in Cancer opposite Mercury. Like I said, Mercury is finishing up in Capricorn, but for this connection, actually, it is still at 28 degrees. That is that degree of the worthiness. And today is so perfect. It's 10-degree day in general. So worthiness is one of the keys. And I think that's just one of the things that really needs to be cleared in order for the inner child to come up and about. The idea that you are worthy. The idea that because you are worthy. It is not because you do. It is not because you excel. It is not because you achieve. It is not because of your authority that you are worthy. It is because you are that you are worthy. And of course, you can always step into that on a greater level. And that is what this work really is about. But first, you must know, hold, own, ground in, and feed into your structure, your divine worthiness. So there may be some push and pull in this, but ultimately, again, allowing your feelings, realizing that even going through the tidal waves of emotions that can come through, does not make you any less worthy, does not make you anything less than, a child of the universe, a child star of the universe. So we then have the moon shifting into Leo. The moon will shift into Leo at 10:53 a.m. Pacific time. So remember, anytime we have a shift, we may have a little zone down for a little bit. It's okay. Adjust to this energy. This energy coming in is very strong, and it's really important for you to be able to step into the Leo vibration. Now, what's interesting is that this eclipse is happening at 11 degrees in the energies. 11 degrees, this master degree. So we're here to master this Leo energy. What is imperative in mastering the Leo energy is connection to the heart. And when you're connected to the heart, you are connected to your inner child. You are connected to joy. You are connected to fun. You are connected to play. You're connected to your creativity. And all of that feeds into your authentic expression. All of us on a universal level getting this message to bring this essence of joy, love, this consciousness, joy, love, consciousness into the Aquarian vibration. We have to remember the vibrational nature of Aquarius. And we could stop at like brain waves. I'm going to think about all the things. I'm going to get all electric in here and just tune into my inner genius. But your inner genius is not complete unless you are fully connected to the heart of the matter, to that joy, to that expression. And that's what I believe this eclipse is really about. And this is what I think that it's been bringing about for us. For so many of us, I think the word love can be so daunting. Like, love your neighbor, love everybody. That's not easy. There's some people out there, you're like, I just don't even want to love them. And it's okay. You can't force yourself. But you can step into the essence of joy within yourself. And when you step into that essence, when you reclaim that child, you will see the child in others, and you will start to build bridges where there were no bridges. This is the essence of love. This is what love can do. That's a Rumi quote. What is it? I'm probably going to post it because I have it somewhere. I have a meme that I've made, but it's love. That's what it is. Love is a bridge between you and everything. And your inner child is the connecting piece of that bridge between you and everything. Yes, yes, okay. So with that moon in Leo, one thing I want to note is that the fiery energy is coming to life as the moon in Leo connects with Mars in Sagittarius. So you may feel a little active, you may feel a little fiery. That creativity may come online. Nurture it. That's part of feeding into this inner child energy. Many of the readings that I did, I was saying, hey, do something creative in and through this eclipse energy. Eclipse energy is great for shedding. It's great for release, but it's also beautiful for using your creative power, especially with this Leo energy. So if you need to release, do it. And it may be a good day to release with this moon, like I said, in its super state, in the perigee state. This may be the great release time. Mercury at 29 degrees, testing you on your personal responsibility. How are you showing up in responsibility for your soul purpose? Today may be the day to do that. Now, I want to mention the Sabian symbols. I'm going to go deeper into them in tomorrow's horoscope, but I just want to mention them because this is the balance that we need to attain and claim with this energy. So the Sabian symbol for Leo 11 is children play on a swing hanging from the branches of a huge oak tree. There's the inner child. And I love what it talks about a little bit later down in here, the spontaneous activity of the innocent mind. When have you had that? What is the spontaneous activity of your innocent mind? I know when I get spontaneous, it's definitely very silly. It's usually dancing in a grocery store or something funny like that. But also, one of the things I find so spontaneous is that feeling of love bubbling up in me where I'm just like, I love you. I just have to express it. Let that guide you. That will not steer you wrong. That is joy, which is akin to love, which is aligned with your soul, bubbling up in and through you. Now, I love the Aquarian symbol, Aquarius 11 degrees, which is where the sun will be for this eclipse energy. During a silent hour, a man receives new inspiration, which may change his life. So we have spontaneous activity over here, brought about by the innocent mind. And then here we have the silence, where we sit in the center of ourselves and tune in and connect to what is inherent in us. Both are necessary to be in balance. Both are necessary to bring the fullness of our personal vibration. So please, in and through this energy, as we build into it and as we move through it, and especially as we go through the eclipse corridor, which I do feel like may feel a bit intense, please do remember both sides. The spontaneous activity of the innocent mind, bubbling over with joy and love and letting that guide you, and then sitting in that silence and receiving the inspiration that is available in and through these energies. That being said, I've got some interesting cards. Look, here we've got this duality, and we even have them. The arrows are even, if you can see, in opposite directions. This may come up as part of the emotional stuff. There may be things that need to be said, but you have to realize what you are fighting is probably somebody else's inner child they're wounding. So find understanding from that place. It doesn't mean you have to sit there and take it, but just find that place of understanding. And even more so, bring that understanding back to yourself. Where is your inner child connection to this? Because we're going through some suppression. We're moving through some suppression that's been keeping us from this source energy. This is all fire energy. Look at all these fire cards. We need to experience this. Both the suppression and the unraveling of it to realize the center, that glow, our solar plexus. This card always reminds me of creation, but it also reminds me of the solar plexus energy. Solar plexus, actually the 3 lower chakras, which is our basis, our center of creation power and the manifestation of it. So tune in to what is unraveling for you. Do not avoid it. You are meant to experience it. Do not fight it. Find the understanding for it to help move you through it. The last card from Sacred Geometry Activations is discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Discernment has to do with our inner guide, the highest part of us that is closely connected to source and can look at things from perspective of wisdom, maturity, experience, integrity, compassion, and power. It is about being in witness mode, being aware without attachment to outcome or direction. I think that's one of the things, kids are much more able to go with the flow and not get so tuned into the outcome. So tune into that as you tune into your inner child, the discernment of your inner child. How does that support and shift you? And try this. I like this. Take a moment, go inside, see how you feel. Are you centered? There's that Aquarian, Sabian symbol energy, getting centered. How do you view the world and others around you? Are you kind with your words and actions? Do you let that soul joy bubble up and through? Do you trust your own perceptions, or are you easily swayed by others' input? Are you observing and listening to others without giving your opinion? Just some questions. Nothing right or wrong, but just some questions to help take you through these energies. So that's it for today. I still have the sale up, $44 for 25 minutes. I'm going to keep this up through the second eclipse because intensity comes up through any of this. So if you'd like to book a reading, go ahead and do that at GaiaBlooming.com. I have all kinds of other readings. I am going to be dropping some really fun things coming up very soon, including the Astro class. I'm formulating and figuring it out, but that is imminent. So check that out. Email me if you have any questions. The better it gets, the better it gets. And there is enough love in the world for you. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.